Chairperson of the Independent Electoral Commission, Mahmood Yakubu, said on Friday that the conflicting court judgments on the ongoing crisis at the Rivers State House of Assembly has left the commission confused. Speaking at a stakeholders meeting with media executives at INEC headquarters in Abuja, Mr. Yakubu said the confusion has forced the commission to be silent amid calls for intervention. The power tussle between the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the former governor Nyesom Wike has thrown the State Assembly into crisis. The Rivers State Assembly currently has two factions, one loyal to Mr. Fubara and the other to Mr. Wike. Both have declared the seats of their opposition vacant. Mr. Yakubu explained that contradictory court decisions at both state and federal levels have left INEC unsure of which group holds legitimate authority in their assembly, complicating any immediate action. Yakubu said the 25 seats of members of the Rivers State House of Assembly were declared vacant by 3 other members. The 25 members also declared the seats of the 3 vacant, he said. After that, there was a court judgment from the Rivers State High Court as well as the Federal High Court on the legitimacy of each of these groups of lawmakers. We at INEC have been following the developments. We do not know what will happen next, and so we are seeking the views of Nigerians, especially legal experts, on this. Mr. Yakubu also disclosed plans to conduct by-elections for other vacant legislative seats. He said the commission is considering December for the House of Representatives and House of Assembly positions left vacant on account of deaths. What do you make of this story and the position of INEC on Rivers State House of Assembly crisis, George?
Yeah, Lawrence, I understand the difficulty that INEC is facing, given that INEC is a public institution that is bound by the laws of this country. So with court orders and judgment coming from, 2 court of coordinate jurisdiction, the INEC as an institution is a bit confused. They might, accept a court order for Party A as against Party B, and tomorrow it happens that, in fact, they are in a confused state. So what they have done is to allow time to pass. Probably the finality of this matter will get to Supreme Court, and that will be the one that INEC will respond to. So, but this also, brings me back to what the NJC, Nigeria Judicial Commission, is doing. You cannot have, judiciary is one in Nigeria. They have different layers, different stages and all of that, But judiciary is one, headed by, the Chief Justice of the Federation. They have different, bodies and all of that makes up judiciary. What are they doing, to a kind of bringing sanity to the profession of, judicial officers? What are they doing? People of the same coordinate jurisdiction will give different interpretation, in a particular matter. This obviously shows that, some of the judicial officers, are damning the consequences, probably, doing what they feel is right, that was influenced by whatever. So I think a body like NJC should discipline some of these people who have gone against, the provisions of the law to give some kind of orders, frivolous orders and judgment. So for INEC, I think they are in order. They should wait. Asking to seek, legal expert from Nigerians is a waste of time. They should have known, because Nigerians are polarized. When issues comes up, you see those for and those against. So if you are asking for Nigerians, it's going to cause more confusion. The matter will get up to Supreme Court that will give the final judgment on the matter. So that is what INEC will abide by. Asking Nigerians to give their legal expert is wasting of time, because people will come to twist. If the judges who are in the temple of justice, who are supposed to do the right thing, are giving conflicting judgment, what do you expect Nigerians who are legal experts to do? They definitely give you based on what they feel, which also will be conflicting. So for me, Mahmood should come down and allow the matter to get. It's already in the Supreme Court. Any moment from now, they will give their verdict on the matter. So that should be what INEC, will hinge on to, carry out what is necessary.
Right. Now, when you're saying that is what INEC will hinge on to carry out these elections, so probably the Supreme Court's judgment, I think the one that the governor has appealed, the last appeal court judgment, the one that he has appealed will, to a large extent, determine, is that what you're saying, that to a large extent it will determine the position of who the authentic House of Assembly is in Rivers State? Is that what you're saying? So if the Supreme Court rules, because now this issue is directly tied to the budget, so if the Supreme Court rules for or against the appeal of the governor, it goes a long way to determine who the authentic House of Assembly is.
Of course, I think that will be the final position. Every other matters that are attached are just there. The major thing is this one that the governor of Rivers State has appealed up to Supreme Court level. You know, that matter from the High Court, Justice Omososho affirmed that Martins Amehule is the authentic speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. And the other ones, that is the 26 other members, are authentic members of the House. The governor appealed the matter, and when he got to Appeal Court affirmed what Justice Omososho has delivered, that Martins Amehule is the authentic speaker. That same matter has been appealed up to Supreme Court. So if the Supreme Court affirms what the lower and the trial court and the appellate court has done, it means that INEC do not have any other reason not to comply with the Supreme Court position. So that will be the finality of it. Every other matter does not really, count. It
appears that a lot of this Rivers State, a lot of the crisis we are facing in Rivers State now, from the angle of the legislature to executive and to local government as well, it appears that a lot is hinging on this Supreme Court judgment to a large extent to settle or answer a lot of questions.
Obviously. Yes. But like I said, we have different stages. When it comes to the court, we have the trial courts. In this case now, that is the Federal High Court, because the State High Court do not have jurisdiction over the matter. The trial court is the Federal High Court. Then you have the appellate court, which is the appeal. And these two stages have been crossed. So the final one now is the Supreme Court. Normally, when you lose a case and you're not satisfied at the trial court, you have the right to appeal. When you appeal, you are still not satisfied. You still have the right to go further to Supreme Court for final interpretation of the matter. After Supreme Court delivers a judgment, and if you are still not satisfied, you can try God for a review of the matter. So Supreme Court is the final arbiter of this matter. The governor and his people have lost from the trial court to the appellate court. So they are now at the Supreme Court. Once Supreme Court delivers the judgment for Martins Amehule and group as authentic members and the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, the agency INEC will not have to begin to talk about conflicting judgment, because that is the final, that is the apex of the judiciary. So for now, I will tell them not to bother themselves by seeking for expert opinions from Nigerians, legal experts. No need, because that will further compound the issue. People will speak for and against.
All right.
So they should wait for the final matter from Supreme Court.
All right.